8th. Class 8th. Civics. The Constitution and the need for laws. A tick. The correct answers. 1. The rules and principles essential for efficient and proper governance of a country are mentioned in the A. Parliament. B. Constitution. C. Preamble. D. Constituent Assembly. 2. The system of checks and balances in our Constitution prevents the misuse of power by the A. People. B. Government. C. President. D. Courts. 3. According to the 2011 census of India, the sex ratio has dashed between 2001 and 2011. A. Decreased. B. Increased. C. Remained the same. D. Increased and then decreased. 4. Which of these taxes was defeated by Gandhiji? A. Wheat tax. B. Sugar tax. C. Spice tax. D. Salt tax. 5. The anti-liquor movement was led by the women of which state? A. Tamil Nadu. B. Karnataka. C. Andhra Pradesh. D. Uttar Pradesh. B. Fill in the blanks. 1. Our government formulates laws according to the principles given in the Constitution. 2. Our Constitution came into effect on 26 January 1950. 3. The Dandi March was a protest against the salt tax. 4. The anti-liquor movement was led by the women of Andhra Pradesh. C. Give short answers for the following questions. 1. What is a constitution? Why do we need to have a constitution? I. A constitution lays down the fundamental principles by which a country is to be governed. 2. A constitution, being the foundation of the structure of the government, is needed to govern a country efficiently. 3. It lays down many rules which serve as the guidelines according to which a country should be governed. 2. Why are laws essential? I. Laws are essential to ensure the welfare and the security of the people. 2. They help to bring about changes in the social setup and establish a society based on equality. 3. Why was the Dowry Prohibition Act passes? What do you know about it? I. The Dowry Prohibition Act was passed to curb the practice of dowry. 2. The Dowry Prohibition Act was implemented in 1961. 3. It prohibits the practice of giving money or gifts to the groom and his family by the bride's family as a condition of marriage. 4. Anyone found disobeying this law and still following the practice of giving and taking dowry can be fined as well as imprisoned. 4. What is difference between rule and rule of law? I. A rule is an established principle, a standard or a guide for action. 2. The rules and principles are laid down in the Constitution and are essential for efficient and proper governance of a country. 3. On the other hand, rule of law means that everyone is equal before law and no one is above the law. 4. Thus, this principle regulates the power of the government and stresses on equality before the law. D. Give long answers for the following questions. 1. List 4 reasons why our Constitution is important. I. Our Constitution is important because of the following reasons. It contains valuable information regarding the organs, structure, responsibilities and duties of the government. It regulates the relationship between the various organs and also between the government and the citizens. It has a system of checks and balances which prevents the misuse of power by the government. It guarantees certain fundamental rights to the citizens to protect them against any injustice by the government. It guarantees certain rights to the minorities in order to protect them against the oppression by the majority. 2. What is female feticide? Discuss the efforts made by the government to curb female feticide. I. The practice of killing an unborn female child is called female feticide. 2. To curb the practice of female feticide, the government has passed the Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques, Regulation and Prevention of Misuse Act, PNDT Act, in 1994 and brought it into effect from 1 January 1996. 3. According to this Act, the determination and disclosure of the sex of the fetus is against the law. 4. Also, no advertisement of prenatal sex determination can be done. Anyone violating the PNDT Act can be fined and imprisoned. 3. With the help of an example, explain that people can oppose unjust laws. I. Laws are formulated for the welfare of the people. 2. But in many cases it is evident that a law may not have been formulated for the welfare of the people. 2. In such cases people protest against unjust laws. 3. In history we find many instances where people defied unjust laws for the larger good of the country. 4. One such example was the Salt Satyagraha of 1930. When the British imposed salt tax, making and selling of salt became a British monopoly. 6. To protest against salt tax, Gandhiji launched Salt Satyagraha. 7. As a mark of protest, Gandhiji and his followers marched from Sabarmati Ashram at Ahmedabad to Dandi. 8. On reaching Dandi, Gandhiji made salt. 9. This signified a challenge to the authority of the British government. 4. In the post-independence era, anti-liquor movement is another example of protest against unjust laws. Liquor being an important source of revenue for the government, there was an increase in the number of liquor shops in Andhra Pradesh. 6. This problem was further aggravated when the licensed liquor shops opened unauthorized counters to increase their sale. 7. As a result, people had easy access to liquor and many poor people wasted their money on liquor. 8. This led the women of Andhra Pradesh to launch the anti-liquor movement. 9. After much protest, the government banned the liquor shops. Accept any one of these or any other relevant response. Hots. 4. Why do you think there was no constitution in early times? There was no constitution in early times because there was a monarchy system of governance. 5. India's sex ratio has declined between 2001 and 2011. What do you think happened in these 10 years? Daughters being considered as financial burden by many people. 2. Thus, female feticide was on the rise. 3. This practice affected India's sex ratio. 4. The 2011 census showed a decline in the number of females in the age group of 0 to 6 as compared to the 2001 census. According to the 2011 census, there are 919 females per 1,000 males in the age group of 0 to 6 as against 927 females per 1,000 males recorded in 2001.